Hello everybody, welcome again to our course AutoCAD 2020. We're still working on the basics and advanced now command in AutoCAD. Now in this lecture, we need to learn how we can put the dimension. If we have a drawing, how we can put the dimensions of this drawing, and also how we can edit the dimensions properties, and how we can create a specific dimensions that type or properties for us. Okay, so let's go to the slide of this lecture. This is the slide of this lecture. We have 5 points that we need to talk about them. Length, radius, how we can put the dimension of the length, the radius of this radius dimension of a circle or arc, the angle, okay, dimension, or also the length of the arc dimension, and how we can set standard layer or dimension properties for us to use it always for our project. Okay, if we go to AutoCAD, let's draw, for example, here any drawing with this layer, for example, or any layer. Start, let's here, let's do trim, tr, enter. Okay, so we have this drawing. If we go to dimension here, we can go to, we need to now draw the linear dimension. Okay, so the linear length dimension for the lens. Okay, we have this. Okay. And here from this point to this point, let's note that for the linear, if we have an inclined line and we want to go to draw with this linear from this point to this point, the software give us only the also linear, so also vertical dimension. But here we need, if we need to get the length, we use aligned dimension. Okay, so let's continue here. Okay, standard. Okay, for example, from this point to this point, let's use another layer for I changed the layer also for the dimension. Okay, so these are the linear dimension. If we go to here, we need the angular. We select the first line, the second line, so we get the angle. Okay, now we need arc length, so we select the arc, we get the length of the arc. Okay, the radius of or we can put the diameter. Okay, yes. Here let's move, and now let's to get the radius now. Okay, so this is the arc or the dimension, all the dimension type. If for example same thing of the text, we go to annotation here, we can get here the dimension style. Okay, let's edit the standard. If we need now to edit and put the edit the properties and to create or put the standard properties for the dimension, and say and press close and use this properties always with us. How we can do this? So we go to modify. For example, we have many properties, we can change it. For example, here we can disappear the line here and also the line here. We can increase the baseline spacing. We can try all this. For example, the external here, we can for example disappear some. We can show here, but let's Control Z. Okay, so also for example here for the symbol, for example let's put this. Okay, and we can increase to 2.5. The arrow size is this. Okay, this is the arrow size. Okay, for example let's go to here and go, can get here, disappear the external. Okay, this is more professional. Also we can go to here, the text height here, we can go to here, the text height 20. Okay, we can for example choose this text height and we go to here to the text here, let's decrease, put it 10. Okay, we want to select for example or close the project and reopen it to do like refresh. Okay, so here we modify the text and then we choose it into the properties of dimension style manager. Okay, also we can go to here, we can show for example we can change the place of the text of the dimension. Okay, text placement over beside dimension line, over with leader or without leader. We can do here, it's a very important unit format, decimal or engineering. Okay, let's put decimal. How in the precision we can choose for example 0.0. Also the scale factor, for example if we have a drawing and we put the scale of this drawing as 0 or 1/50, so we can also change the scale we put for example at 10. Okay, this is a very important thing we can do with the dimension. And the other properties are more advanced or not using properties. We can try each properties for the external. Also we can choose, we can show here a specific layer. Okay, for the dimension lines. Okay, we can change all these properties and try them. So this is all the thing related to the properties line. We can, if we have also a very important thing, for example this is my standard or specific or private dimension line. If we have any dimension that you want to use it for always and all your project, you can go to the AutoCAD file where it is and copy, Ctrl C and paste on the new project that you have by clicking Ctrl V. Then you can go match properties for this and put for example here. Okay, we can show here that we have do the properties here. Okay, so here we have this new dimension style differ for the standard. Okay, this is all the thing related to this. Thank you to the dimensions and AutoCAD. Thank you for listening. We'll continue on the next lecture.